extra time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.
Just talking about the time that you've spent with the women's squad, and you've sort of spoken about things that you were able to do for them, but for your own preparation for this tournament.
Yeah, I think I've spoken a few times, certainly Alyssa and I have, that I think both of our squads have the ability to start, I guess, interacting a bit more and learning from one another. They've, Alyssa keeps reminding me, they've won however many bloody World Cups they have. I think there's 6 T20 World Cups now or something like that. So, or 5 and a couple of one days. But yeah, look, they're a hugely experienced team in some aspects, and then they've got inexperienced coming in who can win games for their team.
2 घंटे में delivery, wish you a speedy recovery. कोई भी दवा अब नहीं करो miss. दवाई चाहिए ASAP तो बस एक Apollo 24/7 डिलीवर करे आपकी पूरी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन सिर्फ 2 घंटों में.
Aaron was speaking the other day and he was quite bullish about your chances going into the tournament. Can I just get your opinion too? And he mentioned getting a fast start is obviously crucial in such a tournament. Can I just get your overall impressions of the mood of the camp? And as he touched on the need to get some runs on the board, pardon the pun, early on in the tournament.
Yeah, we had a fantastic first session yesterday. Obviously, the guys coming over from outside of the IPL, we had 6.5 days of quarantine here before we could leave our rooms and get stuck in. So, yeah, our first training run yesterday was fantastic. We had a few hours out there having a net session, getting a run around. Great vibe, was pretty chilled, a lot of smiles. So, great start to the tournament in that aspect. And as you mentioned with I guess what Finchy might have said, it's T20 cricket. We've got 5 group games. I don't think you can afford to lose more than a couple, I guess. Obviously, the top 2 from each group go through, and it's important to not only start well, but you almost have to play some of your best cricket from the get-go, whereas tournaments like the World Cup, where you're playing 9 games in the group stage, you do, not that you have, I guess, room to lose games, but you do have perhaps a little bit more time, whereas the T20 format of the World Cup, you need to be winning games and playing good cricket from the get-go. So it's important for us to start well against South Africa and hopefully carry that through the tournament.
And just a question on the I suppose the form of the team. I think about 12 months ago the team may have been number 1 in T20, and I think it's down to number 7 now when I last checked. I mean, any thoughts as to why that is, and how confident are you that you can flip the switch in the next few weeks and make a real fist of this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge positive. We've got our full strength team here available to us for the World Cup. Obviously, we didn't have that through the West Indies and Bangladesh. We had some really inexperienced players and some young guys playing some of their first games of cricket for Australia come into some really foreign conditions and thrown in the deep end really quickly. So, yeah, not our best tour, but now we've got our full strength team available. Obviously, guys coming off IPL cricket in some really good form. And look, it's up to us now. We're set out to win the World Cup. We don't want anything less, and obviously that'll be shown through the next couple of weeks at cricket. But yeah, over the last, I guess, few years, we haven't always had our full strength T20 team available. Sometimes we've been on test tours while T20 games being played, but now we've got everyone available. We're looking forward to getting stuck in and hopefully showing the class that we all have.
Just to ask you this straight off the bat, I mean, as a fiery fast bowler, how much do you like playing T20 cricket?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've played 3 formats for a long time now, and this will be my 3rd T20 World Cup, so hugely excited to get stuck in here. Obviously, it's no secret we haven't won a T20 World Cup, so I'm looking forward to hopefully being a part of our first one and playing some really good cricket here over the next few weeks.
Have you had to change or learn new things along the way since you started off as a fast bowler, especially in terms of T20 cricket? I mean, pick up skills along the way.
Yeah, I guess I'm always trying to improve and trying to learn on myself, trying to get better at my own game. And I guess the white ball format's probably the one that I've played the most consistently in comparison to Test cricket, I guess, or felt more at home for a longer period of time than the red ball game. So I think one of the things I take from all my cricket across the three formats is trying to keep my game plan and my role pretty simple. And certainly my role in white ball cricket hasn't changed a hell of a lot over the last 10 years. And I think having that clarity there helps me keep it simple and know what I need to do for the team to get us in some really good positions. So, yeah, I've always tried to keep my cricket simple. I'm not someone who comes out with 24 different types of slow balls certainly for T20 cricket. I've got a bit of speed on my side and focus on obviously my death bowling as well. So I think that's key for me, is trying to keep a really simple focus and doing a few things really well rather than doing a lot of things okay. That's sort of the approach I've taken to my cricket.
Just talking about the time that you've spent with the women's squad, and you've sort of spoken about things that you were able to do for them, but for your own preparation for this tournament, was there anything that you were able to do within that environment? And is there anything that you learned from them?
Yeah, I think I've spoken a few times, certainly Alyssa and I have, that I think both of our squads have the ability to start, I guess, interacting a bit more and learning from one another. They've, Alyssa keeps reminding me, they've won however many bloody World Cups they have. I think there's 6 T20 World Cups now or something like that. So, or 5 and a couple of one days. But yeah, look, they're a hugely experienced team in some aspects, and then they've got inexperienced coming in who can win games for their team from the get-go, as we saw with, for example, Tali McGrath against India not too many days ago. So yeah, they're a team that find ways to win from almost any position. Even when they're not playing their best cricket, they find ways to win, and they're a fantastic group of people off the field. There's certainly no egos amongst that group, and they're a really enjoyable group to be around. And as I said, I'm hugely grateful for them to welcome me in as much as they did. Certainly, I'm not a coach. I play a bit of cricket, but I was certainly there to first and foremost to spend time with Alyssa and as a husband before we sort of had 5-6 months apart. But it was awesome to see them go about their business and play some really good cricket and win that series against India. So, and in around that, do my preparation for the World Cup and be able to bowl in the nets when they're not using it, do a bit of fielding when they were finished, and obviously help out around their training as well.
This is extra time! Extra time!